There are moments on television that feel scripted, polished, prepared. But then there are moments that break the format, moments that cut through the noise, and stay with us for years. This is one of those moments, a moment that many fans still talk about. When Clint Eastwood, the legend himself, walked off live television in front of millions. It was supposed to be a normal taping of Jimmy Kimmel Live. The audience was buzzing. Phones were out. People ready to record a memory. The music played. Jimmy cracked his jokes. Everything felt light. Everything felt ordinary. Then Clint Eastwood was announced. A standing ovation. Everyone in that room knew they were about to witness something special. He walked in slow, not because of age, but because that's always been his rhythm, measured, confident, timeless. Clint took his seat, shook Jimmy's hand, and from the first few seconds, you could feel it. This wasn't going to be your usual late-night chatter. Jimmy tried to open with a joke, a light jab at Clint's decades in Hollywood. But Clint didn't laugh. He didn't even smile. He just stared, cool and unreadable, the way he always has in film. And then he said, "Some things don't change, and that includes respect." There was a pause. The crowd chuckled nervously. Jimmy tried again, brought up an old spaghetti western reference. Clint replied, "That was a role. This is real life." Things got quiet. Jimmy tried to steer the conversation to Clint's recent film project. Clint answered briefly, then added, "I didn't come here to play the game. I came here because people expect honesty." You could hear a pin drop. Kimmel nodded. Trying to recover, he pivoted to politics, asking Clint about a recent comment he made in a magazine. A quote about leadership and America's future. That was the moment it all changed. Clint looked right at Jimmy, then said, "It's funny. You ask about leadership, but no one here wants to listen. They just want applause." The crowd didn't know what to do. Jimmy shifted in his seat, still smiling, but a little less sure. He joked, "Well, I think we could all use a little applause right now. Don't you?" Clint didn't move, didn't respond, just looked out at the crowd, then calmly stood up. No rage, no tantrum, just silence. He adjusted his collar, turned to Jimmy, and said, "Thanks for the chair, but I'll leave the circus to you." And with that, he walked off the stage. No one knew what to do. The band didn't play. The camera cut to black. The producers scrambled. Jimmy sat still, not quite sure if the show was over or not. Later that night, clips of the walk-off spread like wildfire. Some said Clint was being dramatic. Others said he was standing up for something bigger. But Clint, true to form, didn't explain himself. No tweet, no interview, no apology. He vanished from the headlines, just as quickly as he had entered. And that's what made it powerful. It wasn't about publicity. It wasn't a meltdown. It was a man drawing a line. And maybe that's why the story resonates. Because in a world where everyone is trying to go viral, Clint Eastwood